Gemini, welcome to your soul mission reading. Today is the 23rd of June 2025. It's going to be general, so please take what resonates and let the rest go. And let's welcome in the archangels, ascended masters, light beings, spirit guides, and our higher selves to assist with this reading today. I'm going to quickly run through three Keepers of the Light oracle cards that I've just pulled already for you. Here we have the Hope, Love, and Acceptance. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth and choose loving thoughts. There's going to be a lot of love and acceptance, common theme coming through these cards, I've noticed, okay? And also opening into your own heart chakra, I believe, is activating at the moment here, Gemini. Freya, we have also phases and cycles. There is beginning within every ending. There is a beginning within every ending. Illusions are revealed and released. So the cycles of the moon there as well. Maybe you're feeling particularly sensitive to the moon energies or the phases of the moon. And here we have Lady Nada, Heart Awakening. This is a really beautiful energy. I love the roses here as well. It sort of reminds me of Sisterhood of the Rose. Awaken to acceptance and divine love, give and receive in balance. So once again, we have the similar themes with hope there, which is love and acceptance. Very high frequency ascended master is Lady Nada. So if any of those energies resonate with you there, Gemini, you may like to call upon those energies in your meditation or in your prayers. Okay, let's see what's going to jump out here for the center of your reading. Okay, well, we have the Two of Pentacles and then we have the Four. I'm going to grab the first two that appeared then. So this is the center of your reading. So maybe there's something that you are pondering here, and maybe there's something that you're having to adapt to, or maybe there's some change going on in your life, or maybe you've been sort of busy going through changes and going through the ups and downs, and things have got a little bit kind of a bit like a roller coaster for you, and maybe you're just taking a bit of time out from that. Okay, whichever of those resonates there for you, Gemini. Or maybe you're indeed, doing some meditation here, okay? In order to perhaps cope with the low frequency energies and the high frequency energies, and maybe you are looking at, mastering those shifts between those frequencies, and you are sort of finding maybe meditation is helping you with that, which could well be. Here we have the Six of Swords, once again moving into more peace and harmony. This is really good, really positive energy for you, Gemini. The Empress. Interesting thing was, sometimes I do a quick pre-shuffle and see what jumps out for each sign, and the Empress did jump out a minute ago as well. So, yeah, that's interesting. Abundance, love, peace, harmony. Some of those energies we just looked at here through the oracle cards. King of Cups as well, really beautiful. Wow, the High Priestess. So your intuition, your inner wisdom, you're going to be really moving into that energy, Gemini. Maybe you're looking at moving into metaphysical things. Interesting. Page of Wands. Nine of Pentacles. I'll quickly run through these and I'll look at it in more depth in a moment. The Five of Pentacles also came out in the quick pre-shuffle that I did. And here we have the Seven of Swords. Okay, on the bottom of the deck, you have the Nine of Swords. Okay. Yeah. Right, I'm going to pause and get back to you, which will seem like 0.5 of a millisecond to you, but I'm going to just take a couple of minutes to look at these cards. Okay, Gemini, so it's looking a little bit like through these cards here that you are kind of maybe feeling a bit of uncertainty, a bit of stress, a bit of anxiety, okay, about these two, I'm looking at these two opposites, okay, they're almost opposites. Well, yes and no, because they're both kind of feminine energies. So in some ways they are very similar, but they have their differences. Okay, Gemini. This is to do with your material abundance, your comfort, your physical comforts, your material life. Okay, more so, or it is to do with love as well. Okay, and this is more to do with the expression of your spirituality, your intuition, and your deep inner knowing, like this deep inner wisdom, which is kind of a little, it's not so physical, it's more like, your innate soul essence, like how you're going to express that and share your wisdom. Okay, so sometimes these can represent two different kind of types of two different archetypal pulls in us. Okay, we have here, this is in the worldly sense, we are kind of wanting to be abundant and successful in the material world, but we're also wanting to feel that we are in touch with the mysteries and that we have intuition, and with the mysterious things we like to feel like that we are kind of have a little bit of a handle on that, or that we can participate in that as well. Or certainly if you are having spiritual experiences, this is sort of about your spiritual life, okay, that you're wanting to activate that as well, Gemini, which is fascinating because you're like the double sign, and here you are in the middle, boom, Two of Pentacles. You're literally kind of moving between these things. And at the moment, I think you've been meditating, but it's almost looking like that you haven't, maybe you are trying to figure out how you can either be in both at the same time, or one then the other energy, or how you can combine the two energies. There's something here that you're meditating on, and you're also holding space for yourself emotionally here. It's interesting that the King of Cups is cool, calm and collected despite confusion and uncertainty. Okay, despite this energy that's going on within you, Gemini, you also have the ability to move into calm and peace. Okay, this is what you are wanting to move even more into, is your Six of Swords, which is that peace and harmony and balance. And here you are, and you're activating your King of Cups, which is quite masterful here, Gemini. But it's like, can you see how this is really fascinating to me? Because you've got, this is almost like you're almost like a divine feminine, masculine energy that sort of here. And almost these divine feminine energies, it's like they're all working together, and maybe your feminine and masculine aspects are indeed coming together here. I also like here, Four of Swords, you are looking at your higher self here. So I think what you're moving into here, Gemini, is mastery of, and this is going to, mastery of the material realm and the spiritual realm. And I feel that master or move into those realms in an effective way, more so than you have in the past. And I feel like this is going to affect your soul mission, your soul purpose. I mean, it could well be that this is in the future position. So, this is going to be integrated more, your spiritual aspect. And here you have the Prince, it is the Page of Wands, which is spirit and passion driving forward here. This is an idea, something new. And it could well be to do with your spirituality, your intuition, your inner wisdom, how you're going to be sharing that. And then in your external influences or your external surroundings, or, how you are in the world, here you have the Nine of Pentacles, which is a really nice grounded balance of very much kind of like the Empress energy here. Like beautiful surroundings, comfortable, you have money coming in, you can also share your abundance with others and to, purchase things that you like to purchase in life. This is almost like the ideal lifestyle. But you also have a focus here and a passion and whatever it is that you are activating. And this could be what you're doing here at the center, is you're really trying to identify and figure out what the recipe is for your ideal life. I feel like you have what the ingredients are, Gemini, but I think it's the recipe of how the ingredients come together is what you are, I was going to say mulling over, but what you are meditating upon, what you're contemplating on, okay? Just how much of this and how much of that, okay, are you going to be putting in here? And, this could be a fear or a concern that maybe you're not going to make sufficient money, or maybe this is that you may need to be asking for some help at some point. Maybe you're going to be co-creating with others. Maybe you are going to need to collaborate. This can just sort of point to that you may need some assistance, or you may feel as though you're not going to be able to do what it is that you want to do, okay? But, I mean, you are an air sign, Gemini, so you're going to be, you know, you're going to have a tendency to overthink things a little bit, okay? Hence, you know, the Nine of Swords here. So this is just to, I guess, to bring to your attention that you may have a tendency to overthink things a little. But for you to, here we have the red colour again, in the name of identifying your passions, it's really about what is it that you're leaving behind and what is it that you want to carry and develop and move forward with, given your situation in life, given your phase in life, given your, you know, what your skills, talents, gifts and abilities are, and also what resonates with you, you know, and what your intuition is telling you. Okay, that little voice inside your head, and every time you do something that you feel happy with or fulfilled, you know, what are those things? And pay really close attention to those things, okay? Because with regard to your soul mission and your soul purpose, the idea is for you to move into alignment, move into balance, which is what the Six of Swords is talking about here, and this is driving your reading. It's a really nice energy of harmony. Peace, balance and harmony, okay? And this is what you're moving towards here. This can talk about a movement to a different location or to a different environment, or to a different experience, but it can talk about the mental state of consciousness. So from rather than, you know, confused, upset, you know, anxiety, doubt-ridden state of consciousness, it's about moving into the calm state of consciousness, okay? Or the masterful state of consciousness, which I think is what you've kind of hit on, Gemini. So this reading could just be confirmation that, yes, you are on the right track and you have what it takes and you're doing what it takes. But to just, I guess, catch yourself if you feel that you're moving into overthinking and overstressing and overdoubting, okay? And if there's a way to allay doubts, allay them, not belay, allay, by finding out more information, maybe getting a little more support, making a plan, you know, really breaking things down, doing some analysis if you need to, and then putting it to the side so that you can do the other things that you need to do. Let's clarify that Nine of Swords right now, Spirit. We'll just get an energy. Okay, and here we have Temperance. Yeah. We did just mention temper or pull back or moderate on the thinking. And also be mindful of this is talking about sleep as well. So the quality of your sleep. If you find you can't sleep very well at night, try getting up super early, being super busy all day without drinking 5 cups of coffee. You know, do that regularly and see if that helps your sleep, because from personal experience, I tend to find that if I get up later in the day, it's harder to go to sleep at night. Or if you do go to sleep, you then wake up because your body's not really fatigued enough to fall asleep. You know, just a side point, if that resonates for you, Gemini, it may or may not. But, you know, Temperance talks about, you know, self-discipline, but also this idea of alchemy and bringing things together. Okay, so maybe if you wake up at night and things are mulling over in your head, just do some, and you know, 20 minutes of journaling, just write it out on a piece of paper and then go back to sleep, or something like that, okay? Temperance, that's a really nice energy, major arcana, so you're bringing things together here, Gemini. You are being creative, okay? You're activating your intuition. You are also wanting to create material and physical abundance and comfort for yourself, okay? Okay, we'll also just have the the Knight of Swords, which is about finding out information. It's about taking action on your ideas, taking action on your beliefs. It's kind of almost like this, but it's, you know, obviously these are the ideas or beliefs that this person's leaving behind, and these are the ones that he's moving forward with. And so it might be that, yes, move forward with them and take action on them. You know, put those beliefs and values into action or concrete experience, physical reality experience, okay, in some way. But this can talk about, you know, communicate, Gemini. It's absolutely fine to communicate, talk about what it is that you feel you need to talk about. It might also be talking about, you know, technology, any form of communication, written communication, speaking, even a creative art form that expresses your ideas, okay? Or it might be something intuitive and spiritual that expresses your ideas or expresses your inner wisdom, okay? Or maybe you are going to be writing poetry, writing out your ideas. What else can we look at here, Spirit? Let's see what we got time-wise. 5 of Pentacles, let's clarify that one. And we have the 4 of Swords. We've doubled up on the 4 of Swords. This is meditate. Okay, so if you feel that you may need some assistance with something, meditate on that. Break it down. Maybe make a list of people that you could possibly consult with that would assist you. You know, or if it's if you are having doubts, it's really meditate on that and just really ask yourself the question. You know, do some self-reflection. Ask yourself the question. You know, in my life, I've done A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. Given my track record, is it reasonable to, I guess, have this amount of doubt or, you know, uncertainty given what I have accomplished in my life? So, you know, maybe there's something here that maybe you're not giving yourself enough credit here, Gemini, for what you have done. And this is to say to calm the mind. And once again, it's this mastery here. Move into your inner King of Cups. This is your ability to master your emotions. Because this has some emotion attached to it. Okay. As does this. So, you know, you have it within your ability here to, Gemini, to master your emotional energy, okay, and your mental energy, right? Because what we focus on is, the more we focus on something, we tend to, is more of the energy of what we get, okay? So obviously if we're thinking about stuff a lot, then, you know, on any given day, we're going to have a greater tendency to think about that stuff and to worry about that stuff because that's what we're engaging our thought processes in. So maybe this is about, you know, asking yourself, what else can you engage your thought processes in, Gemini? Is there something creative, intuitive, or spiritual that you can do? Or maybe something that you can work on that will create your physical and material abundance, possibly. Or we're kind of also talking about love and acceptance here with, you know, your spirit guides here. You know, maybe there's some things about yourself that you need to accept, Gemini, and to love yourself for being able to do. This is a really nice self-care, self-love, self-appreciation card, self-honouring, okay. Let's look at the bottom of the deck here. And we'll probably wrap that up. The Chariot, interesting. Just had this card for Aquarius as well. So this is about you, I guess, in terms of your soul purpose. It's about understanding, identifying what it is that you are developing, what it is that you are moving towards, and, you know, what supports do you need around you and within you, Gemini? And it might be that you already have supports around you and within you, but maybe you need to acknowledge them, write them down, you know, accept that that is the support that you have, and to love and appreciate that support, okay? And to, you know, that all of your tools and strategies that you have within you that you have been using so far in your life, okay? To really kind of acknowledge that. Okay, because this is your inner wisdom here, Gemini, that you are moving into. Yeah, really powerful reading for you here. I feel like you're alchemizing things and bringing things together in a new way. And you're literally mastering, you're moving into a really nice balance of your feminine and masculine energies. And the Four of Swords in your reading here is like you're meditating. I think you're meditating more than you have been in the past. And I think this is paying off, and it's going to be of great assistance for you moving forward here. So I hope that's been helpful, Gemini. I look forward to our next reading. In the meantime, have a great day, a great week, and I'll see you again soon.